Mr. Colson?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes. The people you will be representing in the State House are divided on the issue of coal. Some mostly value the importance of coal jobs to the state versus others' concerns about the potential environmentally adverse impacts of coal mining to the land and water of West Virginia, as well as to perceived global climate change. How do you feel about the coal industry in West Virginia, and how do you balance these concerns?
I feel the coal industry is extremely important to West Virginia and West Virginia's economy. And as Mr. Eisner said, it employs thousands of West Virginians. Also, there is such thing as clean coal. West Virginia has some of the cleanest coal in the world, anthracite. So that is something that we are able to capitalize on, I think. Now, with that being said, we need to make sure that we have planning in place for what happens when coal industry is regulated so much to where we can't mine coal anymore. And that's where some of these other alternative sources of energy can come into play. I recently was working at a location where they are in charge of basically monitoring our power. And one of the things that I saw on the board, they had a board that had all the different types of energy. And the number that was the largest was coal. So coal produces the most kilowatt hours in the country. Then you had, hydro, you had wind, you had some other options. If we are going to get other types of natural resources in West Virginia, such as windmills, things like that, we need to verify and make sure that we are getting the most that we can get out of that. For example, some of the first windmills were installed in Tucker County. They were installed because it was so important for us to get those windmills that they were installed and they were taxed at salvageable rates. I still do not believe that the county commission and some other government organizations are getting the return on those. So when it comes to coal, we have to make sure that we can keep it, but we need to make sure we also have alternatives.
Time, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Moore?
Yes, thank you. Like I said in the primary, I am a fighter for the coal industry. I believe that coal is vital to this area and to our state. For the coal miners that are out there now that are laid off due to EPA regulations, if you support me on November the 8th, I will make sure that I support you by fighting to cut those regulations so that you can get back to work and mine out that coal that Mr. Hartman's talking about. We do have a lot of coal available to be mined out and to be used. The thing is, we also got to be able to do it in a environmentally friendly way by not polluting the water system. If you go over into the Fairmont area, there was an instance where there was some mine sludge got into the waterway and absolutely destroyed the water over in the Monongah area. So we can't let that happen. As far as going into other sources of energy, I believe that our timber industry could pick up. I also believe that in order to do the things that we need to do, we also need to fix the infrastructure like Mr. Eisner had pinpointed earlier. I spoke to several residents that have small businesses in the area. And the thing is, there's really no way to have manufacturing jobs in this area without having a roadway to where we can get trucks in and out of the area reasonably in a reasonable amount of time. So if we update our roadways, we update our infrastructure and everything like that, we should have a very, very good chance of bringing in manufacturing jobs as well as other entrepreneurs that want to come in and work in this area. Thank you.